Hi, welcome to Marriott MBA Today. I'm Melanie Lopez, and I'm joined today by Panu Puikkanen. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me back.
You're welcome. So Panu is actually the president of the MBA Tech Society Club here at BYU, and recently the club members went on a Utah Tech Trek. So tell me a little bit about this Tech Trek.
Sure. So last year I participated in both the Seattle and the Silicon Valley Tech Treks, and I thought that those were some of the most valuable experiences I had as a first-year MBA student. So I thought of a way to replicate that experience earlier on for our MBA students here in Utah. So I contacted 4 local companies. I got in touch with Symantec, Adobe, eBay, and Qualtrics, and I organized a one-day activity, 24 people, 2 vans, road tripping, visiting these companies, hearing presentations, and learning about what they do.
Great. So how did you choose these companies to go visit?
So Melanie, as you may be aware, Utah is an up-and-coming tech hub, and a lot of tech companies have been moving here in the last several years, and several companies with a lot of credibility, either local companies like Qualtrics or move-ins like Symantec and Adobe. So what I did is I actually, in most cases, contacted individuals who'd come and spoken in the MBA program last year from these companies, and I used my network to kind of get the ball rolling.
Great. So tell me a little bit more about what happens on these tech treks.
So the point of the tech trek is for the students to go and visit the different companies and get a sense of what the culture is like. So we go into each of these companies, and they've prepared an hour-long presentation for us where they talk about what their company does, what their core business is, and some of their major challenges. And this is a really valuable experience because not only do we learn about what the business does, but we get to feel what it's like to be inside the different offices. And this helps people find a match for their personality and interests.
So you see a huge difference when you actually visit the building where you're thinking about working rather than just seeing the name on a paper.
Yeah, I think it makes a really big difference. Like, for example, in my personal experience last year, I had internship interviews with Intel, but through the process, they never had me visit their campus, so I didn't know what it would be like to work there. But when I visit a place like Symantec or Adobe, I can really visualize whether I could see myself working there or not.
Great. So I was actually one of the ones that went on the tech trek. So from members like me, yes, I was there. As you can see, we actually have a picture of all the people that went. So if you think about the members that went, what was your feedback from them, and what was the experience like?
I received universally good feedback from the students, and many of the first-year students especially were excited about this opportunity because they haven't been on a tech trek yet, and this gave them a taste of what's to come in January when they go on the formal MBA Tech Treks. And people were very impressed by the quality of the presentations that we heard, and several students had the opportunity to network with recent alumni and current people in these offices. I think that maybe the big success that came out of this Tech Trek is that, in fact, Jared Ferguson, one of the second-year students who participated in the Tech Trek, is now working at Qualtrics part-time as a result of coming on the Tech Trek.
Oh, just from going out to the company on the Tech Trek, he got a job?
Yeah, I've sent out resume books to each of the companies, and the presenter from Qualtrics had reviewed the resumes and picked out Jared as a potential candidate for his company, and then he went through the interview process.
Wow, that's fantastic. Great, so just one last question. What would you say was your favorite highlight from the whole trip?
Probably the biggest highlight for me, for you, and for just about everyone else who also came on the Tech Trek was the new Adobe building. It just opened a week or 2 before the Tech Trek happened, and everyone on the Tech Trek was the most excited to see what it was like in this new building that's supposed to be the nicest office in Utah, and it did not disappoint. It kind of looked like a museum of modern science inside.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I haven't been in any better office building, especially in the state of Utah. So thank you, Panu, for setting this up. I know on behalf of the other members of the Tech Society that we really enjoyed it. And
you're welcome.
I think it was a success, and I hope that maybe we can continue that next year.
I hope so.
So thank you again for sharing your insights on this trip, and thank you for watching Marriott MBA Today.